Organizing your Poshmark closet is a waste of time. Now, before you all jump on me in the comments and get mad at me, hear me out. I want you to think about what kind of reseller are you? Are you someone who's doing this just for extra cash and selling your clothes? Are you someone who's doing this more for fun or for a hobby? Or are you someone who really wants to commit to this and do this part-time or full-time as a business? So now that you've kind of thought about what type of reseller you are, let's talk about who should and shouldn't organize their closets. If you're doing this for fun or as a hobby or just for some extra cash and you have a smaller closet, then it's so much easier to organize. Now, I did make a video on 7 ways that you can organize your closet, and if you fall into this category, then maybe you might like this video right here. Now, if you're someone who's doing this more as a business and you want to do this part-time or full-time as a business, and you're starting to have more items in your closet, like I have 650 plus items now in my closet, and that is really hard to organize and very time consuming, and I find it to be a waste of time. There are so many other things that you could be focusing on that are actually more income producing and help you grow your business on Poshmark. Later on in this video, I'm going to give you actually 4 tasks that you could be focusing on that would be more beneficial for your Poshmark business. But first, let me just tell you why I think it's a waste of time. Organizing your closet can be a lot of busy work. Don't get me wrong, it can look appealing. And when I started back in 2019, and when I was doing it just for fun, yes, I organized my closet, and I love to organize my closet because I wanted it to look good, and I had the time to do it because I didn't have many listings, and I was doing this for just extra cash and for fun. But now that it's 2023, and I really want to focus on making this a business, I need to focus on tasks that bring in more money and that are not time consuming, because there is only so much time in the day. So what should you be doing instead of focusing on organizing your Poshmark closet? I'm going to give you 4 tasks that you should be focusing on that can help you grow your closet and bring in more sales. The first task I would say is focusing on listing items. Yes, we've heard it all. But listing is what brings in money. The more items you list, the more chances you have of someone searching and finding your items. And by someone searching your items, they could potentially come to your closet and want to bundle items as well. So how many items should you focus on listing? That ultimately is up to you. So I personally right now am focusing on listing 10 plus items a day. My goal is to list about 250 to 300 items a month. And that may seem like a lot, and don't get me wrong, in the beginning I was not doing that. Sometimes I would list 60 items a month, then I would list 40, then I would list like 100. The most I've ever listed was about 200 items. So my next goal is to list 250 to 300 a month. Now, if you don't have any new items to list at the time, it's always good to relist items. So this is the same thing under 1, listing and relisting. Relisting actually gives that listing a new face. It's like a facelift, I guess. I don't know. Is that how we want to describe it? So basically, once you list an item, if it's stale and it's been on for a certain amount of days, I like to do 60 plus days, and then if it has not sold, then I relist the item and it relists as a new listing on Poshmark. The second task that you should be focusing on is sharing your Poshmark closet. Why? Well, every time you share your item on Poshmark, it kind of refreshes it. And the way Poshmark works is if you search an item on Poshmark, they filter and show items that are most recently shared. Not my newest listing, which as a viewer, you can go in and look and see newer listed items. But if you search on Poshmark, it shows just shared items. All right, so let me show you why sharing is important and how it refreshes. So let's say right here, you can see that these jeans from Petrol, they have been shared an hour ago, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go here and search Petrol jeans. And you can see that they are down here. They were shared an hour ago, so they were pushed down at the bottom because you can see when I search them, they're searched by just shared, okay? Now, if I were to click on this listing, you can see that they shared it. Let's see the time. You can see that they shared it 35 seconds ago, okay? So now let's go back. And what we're going to do is we're going to share this listing and refresh it and see if it pops up at the top, okay? So we're going to share it to followers. It's shared successfully. Let's refresh the page. And there you go. You can see that the item has just shared as opposed to before an hour ago. Now it was shared 11 seconds ago. This is why sharing is crucial. Now, of course, when I started Poshmark, they did not have the bulk share feature that they offer now, which is beast mode. You can share all your items without you having to individually share, which took a really, really long time. So if you didn't know how to bulk share on Poshmark, let me show you. You go to this little nifty tool right here on your homepage, go to share to followers. Then what you'll do is you'll hit select all items, and then you just keep scrolling down, scroll, and you'll scroll all the way to the bottom of your listing. I'm not going to go through all the listings because I have like 650 plus listings, but you'll make sure all of them are checked, and then you'll hit share to followers. And once you share to followers, this will kind of just go and share all of your listings. And in the meantime, I go work on something else. The third task that you want to focus on is sending offers to likers. I personally like to do it as soon as I possibly can because it's fresh in the person's mind. They recently liked it, and I'm hoping that by sending a 10-20% discount with shipping, that it entices the person to buy right away. Now, that's not always the case, but it can happen. Because a lot of the time, I do know people who list, and they list a little bit higher than what it typically sells for because they know that typically they're going to send an offer or discounted shipping, or someone's going to send a lower offer. So this way you actually are able to make a profit. But do remember, sending the offers to liker is what is comfortable to you and what you want to send the offer at. If you want to send a 50% discounted offer with shipping, then go for it. That is up to you. As a side note, I have tried just sending the offer outright with the discounted shipping, but I found what works really well and what I really like is if someone likes the item, I actually go to their closet, I go to their bundle and add the item that they've liked to their bundle. And in the comments, I will say something like, "Hi, I sent you an offer with discounted shipping. You can always keep shopping, and if you like more items, I will add them to your bundle and send you a new offer." And sometimes people respond, a lot of times people don't, but people will go through and like more items, and then you can make a bundle sale. The fourth task that I would focus on is sourcing items. Finding new items that you can list in your closet is key so you can continue to grow and bring in more sales and grow your business how you would like. I personally source all my items from the Goodwill bins. Now, if you do not have Goodwill bins around you, you can go to a thrift store, you can go to a garage sale, you can ask family and friends, and you can go to other discount stores. You can also do Facebook Marketplace, you could do Craigslist. There's so many different places where you can source items and get creative with it. You never know what you're gonna find, but sourcing is key so you continue to get items, list the items, send offers to likers, and share your closet. So those are the four main tasks that I think are crucial to grow your business. Now, the fifth one I threw in there as an option is because live shows is new on Poshmark. I personally love live shows. They're such a great way to do a quick flip for an item. Like I said, I get my items at the bin, so I get them for a lower cost, so I'm able to do a low starts for my show. Now, of course, live shows isn't for everyone. If it's something you're not interested in doing, then don't do it. But if it is something you're interested in doing, then give it a try. Mind you, I've been doing live shows now for almost a year, and it took some time to get in the routine, to get comfortable, the way I set up the show, and also how I show items in the show. And on top of all that, it can be so frustrating and discouraging if you only have a few viewers. So it takes time. So if it's something you want to work towards and grow, I suggest you do it. But if it's something you're like, nope, don't want to do it, I don't want to even be on camera, I just want to list my items and do it that way, then do it. That's why I said optional. So overall, organizing your closet is a preference. If it's something that you want to do, you should do it. If it's something you don't want to do and you think it's a waste of time, don't do it. Now, I want to hear from you. Of the tasks that I gave you that would be most beneficial for your Poshmark business, do you think that these 4 tasks are key for bringing in more sales and money?